Potty training is tough, but with these tips, it'll be a breeze. Hi, my name is Heaven and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about potty training. I'm going to be giving some potty training tips for success so that you and your child can make the transition from diapers to underwear. You're probably ready to begin potty training, but you just don't know where to start. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be as hard as you may think, and with these tips, you will be more confident and well equipped for the task. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Tip number 1. Before you begin potty training, always set the tone. Start with a positive attitude. If you go into the process with a negative mindset or a negative attitude, your child will pick up on that attitude, or they'll pick up on that negativity, and then they'll go into it with a negative mindset. So always remember to set the tone with a positive attitude for you and your child. Tip number 2. Give your toddler lots of praise and encouragement and never force them to use the potty if they seem hesitant or if they're not ready. Focus more so on praise and encouragement and leave lots of room for mistakes. Tip number 3. Make sure that your child is comfortable when going to the potty. Make it peer pressure free and a complete judgment free zone. Ways to make your toddler comfortable when going to the potty are just by encouraging them and talking to them when they're on the potty. Just make it comfortable. Don't make it seem out of the ordinary. Keep it very calm and let them know that they're doing a great job. Just don't make it to where they feel like they're being forced or judged, or don't make it seem like, you're in a rush or you're rushing them to use the potty. Tip number 4, get rid of diapers as soon as possible so that there's no confusion about what needs to be done and in which place. Once you toss the diapers away, be prepared to never go back. And I know everyone does it different, but this is just a tip that I followed and a tip that I wanted to share with you guys. Get rid of the diapers and make sure that your child isn't confused by switching back and forth from potty training to diapers to underwear. Your child may become confused, and instead of knowing that, okay, I shouldn't use my diaper, I should use my potty, they're gonna think that they just have a choice to either use the diaper, the potty, the pull-up, just depending on how they feel that day. So make sure that you eliminate that confusion completely by just getting rid of the diapers as soon as you can. Even if that doesn't happen in day 1 or 2, just try to aim to get rid of them as soon as you can. Tip number 5. Be patient, because potty training can take anywhere from 2 days to 6 months depending on how quickly your child learns a new skill. Again, don't force it. Don't rush it. Just try to be patient and go into the process knowing that there's no, perfect time frame for your child to fully grasp potty training. So remember to be patient. You might hope that it can be done in 1 week or 1 month, but just remember, it can go anywhere from 2 days to 6 months. So try to be patient. Tip number 6, be consistent. Set a couple of days a week to get a solid routine in place with 0 distractions. So even if you're going to be potty training for a week or a month, at least dedicate maybe 2 to 3 days up to 1 week with just 0 distractions. And I would say that 2 to 3 days is the minimum, and I would say that a week is a good enough or solid amount of time to just really zero in on those potty training tasks and routines so that your child can stick to that routine. That way it'll be a solid routine with 0 distractions. Tip number 7, make sure that your child is ready to potty train. Starting too soon can result in regression. Stress and a negative experience could hinder your future potty training once you're actually ready to visit it again at the right time. So if your child isn't ready to begin potty training, then you may experience some regression. You may have to take a few steps back. And once you're ready to jump back into it, then it could really be more difficult the second time around because they had a negative experience the first time they began. So make sure that your child is ready. Tip number 8, create an environment that is conducive for success. Do this by limiting distractions and making the bathroom accessible. If you're going to be using a potty seat, make sure that you either have a few potty seats in each room that your child spends the most time in, or just take their potty seat with you in whichever room they're in. So if you're spending a lot of time in the living room, have the potty seat in the living room. If you're spending a lot of time upstairs, have a potty seat upstairs. If you're going to be spending time, during your bedtime routine in the bedroom, then just carry the potty seat into the bedroom, just make sure that they can always, you know, have access to that potty seat. So make sure that you have your environment set up for success, because sometimes when they have to go, they just have to go and they just may not be able to make it. So by making sure that your environment is set up for success, you can just eliminate those setbacks. Tip number 9 is to make it fun. Do so by playing games, singing songs, using stickers, using treats, and just other rewards for motivation. Children like to have fun. They don't want to feel like you're pulling them away from something that they enjoy doing to do something that they absolutely hate doing. So just find a way to incorporate potty training into their daily activities and make it fun, you know. Make them have something, you know, to work towards, you know, give them a treat or a sticker or just whatever they enjoy. Make sure that it's fun. Read books. Just make sure that you're keeping the experience positive. That's extremely important. Tip number 10 is to be patient, but also be persistent. So don't give up if your child isn't getting it right away. You have to be patient. If they have a few accidents, that's okay. Remain patient, but do not give up, even if you become discouraged. Just know that there is a finish line, and even though you may not see it, it's there. And you're only going to get there if you're being persistent and if you're being consistent. So don't give up, stay patient, and run the course. Tip number 11 is to stay calm when accidents do happen. Do not punish your child for having accidents. It will create a negative experience that again will result in pushback. So stay calm. Know that accidents are going to happen. And even though you might be freaking out on the inside, or you may be a little frustrated or discouraged on the inside, just try not to show it. Just try to stay calm, you know, and just let your child know, set the expectations. This is what I expect you to do, you know, the next time. But just make sure you're using a calm tone of voice, a calm expression, because even if you're using calm words, your child's going to pick up on your expressions and you're going to pick up on your tone. So make sure that you remain calm. And last, tip number 12 is to also take care of yourself. So if you're not prepared mentally and physically, it can be really, really difficult to have success going into the process. You need to make sure that you're prepared. You got to make sure that you've taken care of the responsibilities that you need to have taken care of before you go into the process, so that you can have zero distractions, and make sure that you have the energy for it, the mindset for it. So do whatever you need to do. Eat, sleep, and take care of yourself so that you can go into this with success. So now that you've gotten an idea of where to start and the right mindset for it, check out our last week's video on how we potty trained our 2-year-old son in just under 1 week. Potty training is a daunting task, but it's definitely a huge accomplishment to experience in the end. These simple tips will help make the process smoother for both you and your child. Remember, be patient, be consistent, be positive, and soon your little one will be successfully using the potty like a pro. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so that we can continue bringing you more content just like this. If you have potty training tips for success that you would like to share, let us know below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.